welcome to another edition of Disability and You. I'm Ganesh Singh, your host. I'll be with you for approximately 30 minutes. On this edition, I'll be having a discussion with athletes and the president of the Special Olympics Guyana. They recently participated in the 2023 World Summer Special Olympics that was held in Germany, and Guyana was extremely successful once again at these Special Olympics, copying a few medals. I'll get Mr. Spencer and his athletes to tell us how many medals in a few minutes. I have with me Mr. Wilton Spencer, who is the president of the Special Olympics Guyana team or committee. He also was with the team there in Germany. I have with me Rachel Mortley and Daniel Samsundar, and they're both athletes that participated in the recently concluded Summer Special Olympics in Germany. Mr. Spencer, I'll start with you first. Tell us a bit about how many athletes you had on your team and what were the disciplines that they participated in.
Ganesh, thanks for having us on your program.
You're welcome.
We do appreciate it. On our trip to Germany, we've had 3 athletes. It should have been 4, but the 4th person had a challenge or an issue with the St. Basel. So the remaining athletes, 3, Rachel, Daniel, and Stephanie, they had to represent Guyana at the World Games. The discipline was bocce, which is a bowling game on a 60 by 12 court. I must state that these athletes worked for 7 months in preparation for their big event.
Yeah.
Even though 7 months may sound long, it was once per week, only on Saturdays. We trained at the National Gymnasium, as I said, every
Saturdays.
But the thing is that the surface on which we trained is not the type of surface
For bocce.
for bocce, and it's not the type of surface that they had to play on.
So how many medals were they able to capture?
In terms of medals, we were able to get 1 gold, 3 silvers, and 2 bronze. And 1 bronze. The gold medalist, well, she'll be in later. But Rachel, she had 2 medals, 1 in the singles, and both herself and Stephanie were in the doubles, while Daniel, he got a bronze in the singles.
And were there different categories? Because I know the Special Olympics for the general public, it's for persons with different types of disabilities, mainly intellectual and learning disabilities. So what were the categories that they participated in?
Okay. In terms of the categories, they were intellectual. But at the games, they always try to ensure that there's a level playing field.
Yeah.
Right? In order to do so, there's a process you call divisioning. In divisioning, there's a process in which the athletes must go through. In their case, they've had to deliver 8 bocce balls at different distances, 30 feet, 40 feet, and 50 feet. at all the distances, the officials would have measured the three closest balls to the Polina or the target ball. And those scores are added up in order for them to have the final score. So what you'll find is that all other players will go through the same process,
Mhm.
and at the end of which the officials would be able to group them to ensure that the ability level are just about the same. They always try to avoid the extreme. By this I mean have excellent players playing against weaker players.
Weaker players. So, Mr. Spencer, what's the size of a bocce ball? So, you already established bocce is bowling, but just tell us quickly what's the size of a bocce ball? If you can, let's say, compare it to a ball that persons are familiar with, say a football or a basketball.
A bocce ball has the size. Everybody would be familiar with a dry coconut, a large dry coconut,
Okay.
right? And there's the smaller ball, which is the Polina, the Target, the PB. That has the size of a pool's
Mhm.
or a billiard ball,
That's very small.
right? And the object is to see which team will get their bocce balls closest to the target ball after it's been rolled.
And if you hit the target ball.
Nothing wrong if you hit the target ball, it will just change position. And sometimes it could be challenging. It may go to where you don't want it to go.
Interesting. So you basically chase it once it's moved.
And once it moves, that's your target. You gotta bowl to your target.
Excellent. Mr. Spencer, let me speak to Rachel and Daniel to find out what were their experiences. Rachel, is this the first time participating in the Olympics?
Yes, sir.
And what was the experience like? How did you feel traveling to Germany?
Very excited. The place was nice. The people are kind, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it the first time traveling out of Guyana?
No.
Or you traveled before?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So tell us, you would have played games here in Guyana, participated in bocce. How different was it?
It was a little different because we didn't have the kind of surface they have to play on,
Uh-huh.
but we get used to it, and it was very easy.
So you guys were able to adapt quickly.
Yes.
Hmm. And what about the other athletes? Are they way above you guys with skill level? Like,
So
are they more skillful, or you guys are on the same level with them?
we are on the same level.
Hmm. And just to say that you guys only trained 7 months,
Yeah.
so much as if you trained much longer.
We'll get more and better.
Hmm. So do you plan and continue playing bocce?
Yes.
Great. Daniel, what was your experience like?
Experience, the court
Uh-huh.
was very slow. So,
Mhm.
what I best suggest play, show his skills on
Mhm.
it. The kind type of service we train on is not type like we go into Germany to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So we just like play normal.
Mm-hmm. And so basically the same things you guys did, although the service was different. Just do what Mr. Spence and the other coaches would have taught you, and that's what you guys did.
Yes, and then sometimes be a little difficult. So sometimes you guys like in your own experience or like for just open up the game for throw the ball.
Mm-hmm. So you had to be strategic then. You had to figure out things.
Yes.
Well played. Was it the first time traveling out to Guyana?
Yes.
Nice. So what was that experience like, traveling with the aircraft or airplane for the first time?
Feeling nervous.
So it's the first time representing Guyana too, right?
Yes.
Were you guys nervous? Any one of you? Were you nervous the
Yeah,
first
when
time you
I
step on
was-
that court?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
a
nervous.
little.
A little nervous.
Yes.
And after a while, all the nerves settled.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many days you guys were in Germany?
1 week.
1 week.
Yeah.
All right. And did you guys make any friends?
Yeah, we
Yes.
did.
People like us, like family to you,
Mm-hmm.
treat you
Very good.
very good.
Nice. So Mr. Spencer, now you guys have returned. You would have been extremely successful. The National Sports Commission and so on, they had a welcoming party. They included the director of sports, welcoming back these athletes. What next for Bocce and Special Olympics here in Guyana?
Special Olympics is here to stay.
Mhm.
But if we're being specific in terms of bocce, the athletes need to have a court with the correct surface, with the type of surface
Mm-hmm.
that is needed. And secondly, the court will have to, we will need to get walls around the court, 60 by 12.
Mm-hmm.
At the World Games, they use PVC pipes
As the walls.
as the walls. But using the PVC pipes, it meant that athletes who had trained with the wooden walls, they had to change their game plan because in rolling the ball, you can play off the walls, similar to either pools or
So the level of bounce would be different because the surface.
And as a matter of fact, the PVC walls are not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're smart enough, you can use the walls in a different way.
Mm. Mhm. So, Mr. Spencer, we got a few minutes left. I know, being a disability sportsman myself, and part of an association, that is the Guyana Blind Cricket Association, getting any team out of Guyana is a Herculean task, especially as it relates to funding. Tell us briefly, who are your main funders in order to facilitate the attendance of these athletes to Germany?
The main funders locally,
Mhm.
we wrote about 17 organizations, agencies, but we only got a favorable response from 7.
Mhm.
And the head of the list is Digicel.
And they would have been supporting the Special Olympics organization
Yes.
for quite a number of
For
years.
quite a number of years.
Mhm.
So I would like to thank Digicel, Guyana Olympic Association,
Mhm.
National Sports Commission, the First Lady, Guy Oil, the Parkon. Now, we were only able to raise 2 air tickets
Mhm.
locally.
Mhm.
It was not until the last I should have traveled on the 9th of June. I couldn't because we only had 2 tickets. And it would make no sense I'm traveling because the rest of the team would not have been able to travel. And it was not until Friday, before the remainder of the delegation should have traveled, I got a phone call from Germany indicating that they're willing and that they will pay for the remaining athletes.
Mhm.
Had it not been for
So that is the Special Olympics international body that paid for
yes,
it.
the local organizing committee,
Uh-huh. They paid
Right.
for the athletes.
if they if God didn't intervene
Hmm.
and speak to them, we would not have been able to make that trip.
You know, and that is a common story for most sporting organizations for persons with disabilities. It's always last minute, and funding is not always available. So, what are your next steps, Mr. Spence, as an association?
But what we plan to do is to work on membership,
Mhm.
try to encourage more athletes to come on board.
Mhm.
2, we want to intensify the Bocce program,
Mhm.
not only for the local athletes,
Mhm.
but we also have, as an initiative, we have a senior citizens program.
Mhm.
So we would want to have more senior citizens coming on board.
So, Special Olympics is they have senior citizens?
No, it's just an initiative. Because we know that senior citizens, they are considered over the hill already. Nothing to do,
Okay.
right? It's a form of relaxation,
Mhm.
form of exercise, and it gives them the opportunity to develop
Mhm. Mhm.
skills, the bowling skills,
Mhm.
even though they are senior citizens.
So basically, but to do with the Bocce and Special Olympics itself, you're going to focus on getting more people involved.
Getting more people involved here.
Excellent. Rachel, anything final you would like to say to the general public?
Just want to say thank you for everything you guys have done for us. We enjoyed the trip, and that's it.
Excellent. And Daniel, what about you?
Thank you for having us here. It
Mhm.
was a good day today.
And anything to the funders, the people that made it possible?
I like to thank you, like, to be supporter, you big supporter, did itself.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you guys for being on the program. When we return, we will have Miss Laverne Allen, who is the chaperone and assistant coach that traveled with the team, and also another athlete that will share with us their experience. Stay tuned.
Severe driving conditions such as heavy traffic, harsh weather conditions, and exceeding oil change intervals can cause sludge, which blocks your engine's vital oilways. If untreated, it can rob an engine of power and ultimately its life. It's time to switch to Castrol GTX. Castrol GTX double action formula cleans away old sludge and protects against new sludge formation better than tough industry standards. It is proven to provide 25% superior engine protection. Help extend the life of your engine by using Castrol GTX. Castrol, it's more than just oil, it's liquid engineering.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Disability and You. I'm Ganesh Singh. On this edition, I'm having a discussion with representatives from the Special Olympic Committee of Guyana. I had Mr. Wilton Spencer and two of the athletes that recently participated in the World Summer Special Olympics in Germany. I now have with me the assistant coach, Laverne Allen, and another one of the athletes, Stephanie Ramatar. Welcome, Stephanie and Laverne,
Thank you.
to Disability and You. Stephanie, I want to start with you. Tell us which discipline you participated in and if you won any medals and how many medals you won.
Well, I take part into bocce.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a bowling game.
Yeah?
And I won 2 medals. One with me and Rachel Martley,
Mhm.
and one with me and myself, which is the gold medal.
Mhm.
And yes.
All right.
Single and doubles.
And how was the experience?
Well, it's my first time traveling out of Guyana, and my experience was good because I never traveled before, and for my first time, it was amazing. I meet very nice people over there. So,
Yeah. And what about the other athletes? You were able to build any friendships and so on?
yeah, so far I had a lot of friends. They were amazing friends,
Mhm.
and I made different type of people, like with disabilities and without disabilities.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were you nervous stepping onto that court representing Guyana for the first time?
Yeah,
Mhm.
a little bit. I even cried because
Yeah?
it was my first time playing sports. I never played sports before.
Mhm.
And for my first time, I did great, and I think I'm into it right now, so I will go forward with it.
Excellent. So congratulations on your medals.
Thank you very much.
Laverne, was it the first time you went with any of the Special Olympic contingents?
Yes, it was my first experience.
And what was your experience like working with these young persons with disabilities?
It was good working with them. You know, we communicate a lot.
Mhm. And as the assistant coach and chaperone, what were some of the things what were some of the responsibilities you had with the team?
Well, my responsibility was to look after the kids,
Mhm.
see that they get dinner, go to bed on time, wake up on time. Because we had to leave a certain time to get to the train, then to get to the hall, the Messi hall,
Mhm.
at least half an hour before game start, every day.
Mhm. So how many athletes they had in total there from all the countries?
About 7,000
7,000 athletes?
athletes, yes.
Wow. So there was like an Olympic village?
Yes.
Yes, there was.
7,000 athletes, 3,000 coaches, and then you got the head of delegations.
So there were over 10,000 people there in
Yes.
Germany
Yes.
for Special Olympics.
Yes.
Wow. And what about, like, say, the language? Was there an issue with language with you guys?
No, they speak English, but some speak German,
Mhm.
but you communicate.
So, Stephanie, you said you traveled for the first time and going to such a big event. Was it overwhelming?
Kind of, but I still tried.
Mhm.
And I even put my focus onto something that I go to do, and
Yeah.
it come out well.
Mhm. And you, Laverne, what do you think we need to do to get more people with disabilities involved in sports based on what you would have seen? Because 7,000 athletes from how many countries?
A lot of, I think it's 194 countries.
194 countries.
Yes.
What more do you think we need to do as a country to get more people with disabilities involved in sports?
I think we need to do a lot more because there's ability in disability,
Mhm.
and a lot of students or a lot of kids are being denied the right or denied the fact that, well, okay, they can do this or they can push forward.
Mhm. Mhm. And was it only bocce that you guys participated in?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were some of the other disciplines they had at the Special Olympics, Laverne?
They had gymnastics, basketball, football, cycling, swimming, a lot of different
Mhm.
activities here. There.
So were you guys able to go and witness any one of the other sports?
No, unfortunately, no, we didn't get a chance to go on.
So it was just the bocce.
Yes.
Yeah.
And were there supporters in the stands?
Yes.
Yes, there was.
There was a lot.
And were these other athletes or they were people from Germany and so on?
People
Yeah,
from
we
Germany
traveled
most
all
likely.
over the world, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So just imagine playing sport for the first time and having supporters in the stand.
Yeah.
That must, I'm sure those memories will be with you for the rest of your life.
Yes, for sure.
Uh-huh.
It was a memorable moment for me walking into the stadium when they announced Guyana
Mhm.
and we were going in, and just to see the crowd, it was enormous.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So what next for you, Stephanie? Would you continue playing bocce or do you
Well,
have plans to get involved in other disability sports?
I would like to get a part of another sports too, because maybe I would like to try more because it's my first time playing sports. So I would like to try more and continue bocce.
Excellent. What about you, Laverne? Was it some of your plans with the association?
And to move forward.
Great. So, Stephanie, once again, congratulations. And Laverne, thank you very much for working with the young people and helping them to get to Germany
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
and ensuring that Guyana is well represented. I now have with me Leroy Phillips, who is an executive member of the Guyana Blind Cricket Association. Leroy is going to make a special appeal to you, the members of the public, to assist the Guyana Blind Cricket Association with funding to get a team to Jamaica come July month end or the August. Leroy, tell us a bit about the participation of a Guyana delegation in Jamaica for blind cricket tournament.
Yes, it's my pleasure, Ganesh. So Guyana has been asked to field a team to carry to Jamaica from the 30th of July through to the 11th of August to participate in a tournament there. So we're pleading with the public to perhaps reach out and support that adventure, that journey to Jamaica for about 13 days from the 30th to the 11th. Ticket prices are going up. We do have to get that sorted out before it's too late. So we want to encourage.
And it's also difficult to get tickets to Jamaica.
It is also difficult to get tickets to Jamaica. So we're really hoping and praying that the necessary funding comes in a timely manner.
So what's your ballpark figure?
It's just around 1.5, 1.8 if you take into consideration that ticket prices are going up by the day. So the faster we get the financial support is the better.
So how persons can reach out to you or the Guyana Blind Cricket Association?
Well, so that's easy. You can get in touch with me on 697-3999, 697-3999. And we can take it from there.
Excellent. So how many teams will be in this tournament?
Jamaica will have its own team. There will be a combined team mixed with Guyanese, mixed with Barbadian, Trinidadians, and there'll also be a Barbadian and Trinidadian team as well. So it's going to be
a 4-team tournament.
Yes, it's going to be an action-packed 13-day tournament there.
And
in
because
Jamaica.
of the cost factor, Guyana could not is not going to field a full team.
Precisely because of the cost factor, we could not field a full 70-man squad with management and so forth to Jamaica.
So the funding that you're seeking is mainly for the tickets.
Yes, it's mainly for the tickets.
Excellent. Leroy, thank you very much. And I wish you all the best. Or I wish your association all the best in getting the necessary funding. Remember, it's about $1.8 million. And persons can call Leroy on 697-3999. That's 697-3999. Or call 226-4496. 226-4496 for the office of the Guyana Blind Cricket Association. Do stay tuned. Well, not stay tuned, but this is the end of Disability and You, this edition. I'll be back next time. Stay safe, Guyana.